Right, hello there. Okay, I've not done tarot for almost a week. That's so weird. I thought that I'd come on and do Native American Indian medicine wheel. Um, I've got some new kind of spring posies, daffodils, last day of February, it's March tomorrow. Um, I've got a new lavender candle. Woodwick candles are the best candles. They're really expensive, but they last so long. I mean, look at the effort that's gone into that label. Beautiful. I love them. So let's get that candle lit. We've had like a week of sun and I'm off for half term. Everyone else seemed to be off on half term last week and I've been off this week. I don't know if you have to go all the way along the wick to light it or it just does it. I think it just does it. Right. I think that's going to be a bit distracting, but we'll see how we get on. My voice is fully recovered, back to normal. After having had the flu, that was horrendous. I've had a week of well-being, going out for walks with the sun on my face, looking at the sun, glittering on the river, the estuary where we live, and I'm just really appreciative of the change in season. I am willing spring on. So I've had a change up in my room. I've got all colourful bedroom again because I was doing sage, white and beige, and that made it feel cosy over winter. But I've now got like the colour of pollen, like a really vivid yellow and yellow ochre, and like I've got the sage colour still, sage green, but then I've got some like lavender accessories, and yeah, I've got rid of my rugs and stuff. I just fancied a change up. Yeah, I've put all like lavender coloured accessories around, and I'm going for like spring posies now. So we've got some new cards because I thought the other white ones looked very Christmassy. They had like baubles and they were sort of white and gold, and it just felt a bit. Yeah, so we've got these new ones. I love these, they're off Temu. So we've got each of the zodiac signs, and look at the Taurus one. Oh, beautiful. I think my favourite one, I want to show you all of them. There's Gemini. Cancer. Cancer's a bit scary. I don't know why they made Cancer evil. That's a bit weird. Virgo, absolutely stunning. Leo, oh. Libra. Scorpio. They look kind of like Indian looking, I think, these designs. Sagittarius. Like Silk Alley, like the Silk Road from the Middle East to China. It's like those kind of influences, I feel like. Oh, I think Pisces is my favourite. Absolutely stunning, so I'm well happy with them. I feel like I'm going too close to the candle. Just going to put the screen down a bit because I don't want... It's a bit ugly having that It's not the camera, it's the mic arch. Right, so where shall I put these? Shall I put Aries there? Yes, we've had a week of well-being, so this is going to be a reading that's not to do with love, it's to do with self-love. So with the Native American medicine wheel, what you do is you get 4 cards in a cross shape, and the card at the top and the card at the bottom are like a seesaw. So the idea being that whichever card out of the 2 is most positive, the other one is an area of weakness. Okay, so it's like a seesaw. or scales, and then left to right I'll have 2 cards, and whichever seems to be the most positive, the other card will be the area that needs working on. So I look at mind, what's going on in your mind, what's going on with your emotions. I'll look at your spirit and intuition, and then I'll look at your physical health, like your physical body. So I hope this is all in shot. Right, I'll burn some sage. This is dragon's blood sage. For ages I was saying it's dragon's breath. It's not. Wow, look at that. I'm a bit worried about how loud that candle's going to be, actually. Like, blow it out. There we go. Oh my god, that smells so good. Okay, so on to Aries. So yeah, so I'll get 4 cards, and it'll be mind, emotions, spirit and intuition, and your physical health. Okay, so, and I am doing reversals. I know some people don't, but I think they're really important. Okay, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries' mind, please, in this final day of February 2025? How is Aries' mind doing right now? I'm using the Slavic folklore deck because I absolutely love it. Okay, so we've got in the challenge position the tree. So wisdom, spirituality, and growth. It was in the challenge position. So that always makes me think of, it makes me think of the Hierophant. So using your wisdom, but also it makes me think of, the High Priestess card and spirituality and growth. Makes me think of like the Wheel of Fortune as well, you know, like choosing to do the right thing and not end up in a karmic cycle. So I think on your mind at the moment, Aries, you're very much contemplating, you know, how to live your life, what way to live. Not so much stuff, but trying to make good decisions. Let's get one for your... I hope these are all in shot. Let me just... There you go. Let's get one for your emotions. That came up straight away. What's this? The club. Conflict, opposition, and drama. So I think that came out in the challenge as well. I think you're trying to manage your mind and make good decisions in order to feel good emotions. Like, do you know sometimes, like, when you're looking at holidays and you're like, oh, should I book like a bougie holiday? Can I afford it this year? Like, this is just an example. And then there's like work that you want to do on the house or something like this. It's like, you know, the devil's telling you like, no, you need a holiday because that's what like keeps you healthy and this and that. And then your brain, like your logic, is telling you like you told yourself you're going to budget this year, like you've got other things to focus on, like, so it's like balancing out, isn't it? Like another example might be the temptation to like get a dog, knowing full well that it could cost thousands on any given day, to pay the expenses for it, to pay the vet's fees. If it gets sick, it's going to need all its, injections. It's going to need a lot of money on food. It's going to need walking. It's like, can I do this? Like, is this a good thing to do, or am I being irresponsible? Like, because you can weigh everything up, can't you? The happiness that a dog brings is incomparable. It's like having a child. So, um, a lot of people are doing it, but it's a lot of responsibility. It is like having a child, and it's expensive at pace. It's another person to pay for. It can be more expensive, actually. So, yeah, I think we've almost got like a level seesaw here between like, how do I manage what I know to be the right decision and what I want or what I'm tempted to go for. But I think it's in more like day to day decision making. I don't think it's like, do you know what I mean? It's just like general decision making. Let's get one for your intuition and your spirituality. If the candle's crackling too loud, I'll blow it out to just put in the chat that it's too loud because it's under the mic. So I don't know if it's annoying or relaxing. Right, so for your spirit and intuition, we've got the fish reversed. So if we put the fish upright, it says abundance, wealth, and finance. So you could be feeling with that one reversed, you could be feeling that you're struggling when it comes to money, to sort of trust that money is everywhere, that the universe is abundant and what you ask for will be given to you, that an opportunity will come up. You might be struggling to have the faith, because if you think about your third eye chakra and you think about your intuition and your wisdom, it requires trusting that resources are all around us. The universe is plentiful, it's bountiful, it's abundant. With that being reversed, and it's got finance, wealth, and abundance written on, you could be really struggling to just know that everything's going to be all right at the moment, which is totally understandable. Let's have a look at your physical health. Oh, the bird. Excitement, chatter, anxiety. That's a strange combination of emotions, isn't it? So Aries, with the bird, I mean, that peacock is absolutely stunning. I think you're quite excited about working on your health at the moment, and judging like your hair, your makeup, your clothes, your shoes, attention to detail. If you're a guy, like having a really good manicure, like, I think hands are really important. I don't know why I always focus on men's hands. I think they're really like handsome, really sexy. They're very like quintessentially masculine, aren't they? So big and angular and like I don't know why I always look at hands. If men have really clean, tidy nails and they're really well manicured and they've moisturised, I'll really take notice of that. Um, I notice a lot of things about men, but whether you're male or female, having a little pamper and a preen, I feel like this is something you're focused on at the moment. And springtime is a good time to do that, because you're starting to come out of, like, we live in Scandinavian weather, like climate for like 9 months. So the British are well used to getting their hibernation coats on, getting their winter coats on. We fatten up over winter, and then come spring, we're like, oh, it's starting to get really nice out, and I fancy a walk in the sun, and we start looking ahead to our summer and wanting to change our bodies, change our appearance. And yeah, you come out of that winter SAD and you just start thinking, I want to work on what I look like, I think. So I hope you can, you see all these cards? How pretty does that look? Looking at that, your areas of strength are your physical health and your mind and your emotions. I would say your emotions and your intuition are, yeah, there's a bit of a like war, isn't there, going on? It's a battle of like, can I trust the universe to come up with the goods? Will everything be all right? Yes, it will, Aries. It always is. Things always work out. The most like that can probably happen is you'll have a little bit of a delay on things that you're wanting to go ahead with. Depends what your plans are, what your goals are, what things you want to achieve. You know, you'll get things done faster or slower, but they will get done. So I think that's probably the mindset to have. Okay, so take care of yourself. It looks like you are having a good time, feeling good, looking good. Just don't let your anxiety take over. Okay, you can say positive affirmations, and you can say, the universe is abundant, and what I ask for will be given to me. I am worthy of love. The universe is abundant, and what I ask for will be given to me. I want a job. I deserve a job, and I will get a good job. You can say, I want, a beautiful home. I deserve a beautiful home, and I will have a beautiful home. Whatever it is that your goal is that you're working towards, speak about it in a very positive way and say positive things. Because in doing so, you're asking out loud for the things that you would like. And the universe, if they see you working hard, they'll reward you by meeting you halfway, you know? In fact, let's do a bit now in the spirit of role modelling. If the candle's too loud, just let me know. It's one of these crackle wicks, so it's right under the mic, so it's either going to be relaxing or annoying. Okay, so just burns a little bit of Palo Santo for your Aries, because I feel like you've got a lot of like life's like struggles and strife when you're a human being. It's all like mortgages and doing up the house and pets and responsibilities. It can get a bit like ugh, can't it? It can get a bit. So moving on from that, say your positive affirmations. It will be all right. Okay, don't be governed by anxiety, because that's just fear. That's all that is. It's not reality. It's a concept. Look at this beautiful new Taurus card. I'm in love. These are off Temu. Because I film off my phone so that I don't use like software to put what sign I'm on. But I think these are so stunning. They really gave my spring set up as well. Right, so I'm doing the Native American Indian medicine wheel. So I'll get 4 cards in a cross shape. The one at the top will represent what's going on with your mind right now. The one at the bottom will represent your emotions. At the side we'll have intuition and spirituality and wisdom, and then on this side we'll have your physical health, your physicality. Okay, so the way it works is it's like a seesaw, and whichever card looks generally to be more positive, the other end of the seesaw needs working on. And it's the same like left to right and right to left. Whichever looks to be more positive, then it'll show that the other area is an area to work on. Okay, so it's just about being aware of your mind, your body, your emotions, because with our ego we can ignore. We're very good at ignoring when we're stressed and things like that. So let's see. So, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. In this final day of February 2025, how is Taurus's mind? How is Taurus's mind doing? So this is just current energy today, right here, right now. Taurus's mind, how is it doing? So on your mind, you've got community, culture, and teamwork. Oh, thank you for the like. And it was in the challenge position. So this is about, I mean, I'm Taurus and I know this week I've got all my friends on my mind, I've got my family on my mind. I started off the week like feeling really fed up, run down, stressed out, plagued, I would say, absolutely plagued. And then this week, it's just been really sunny. I've had time for myself. I've done some activities that I really love, and I just find myself like feeling really, really lucky for the groups of people that I have in my life. And not everyone comes as a group. I just mean that like friends, all my friends are very individual. They don't know each other. They're from different workplaces. They're from different countries around the world. I feel very, very abundant at the moment. I feel very, very lucky. So what's on my mind a little bit is when am I going to spend time with others that I love and care about and have fun with them and balance that out with time for me, because I know as soon as I go back to work, it's going to be hectic. See, this is like, I have booked in a couple of things with a friend, like finally going on this pottery course tomorrow, and then we're gonna go for dinner, and then we're gonna book a holiday. And I think what you've probably got on your mind is like, how do I manage spending time with the people that I love and care about and have enough time to be calm and rest and recharge, because they're very different things, aren't they? But I think what I lean towards is resting and recharging by myself. And what I need to do is I need to recharge. Like, I've got certain friends that I'm around and I will just feel like I'm glowing off the energy coming off them. So that's the friend that I'm seeing tomorrow, my friend Amanda. So like just planning a couple of things, Taurus, and you know, if you're around a lot of people, like I am in my job, I'm around 30 students in a room, and then I've got teams of people that I have meetings with. It's hectic. You've never got like any time away from people. So that's why I need to rest and recharge. But I miss my friends and so I miss them, do you know what I mean? If I was off for longer, I'd have time with them, but and I hope no one's offended either that it's like I'm always thinking about people that I love and care about, but I just hope that they know that. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense from a Taurus perspective? You might just be thinking like, well, I need to plan in some things this year. It doesn't all have to happen this week, does it? I want to plan in something this year to do, get it booked, and then you get to look forward to it, but you haven't got to do everything now. Let's have a look at your emotions then. If that's your mind, I'd say your mind is a little bit, you have got stuff on your mind. It's like maybe in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I must get something booked in with such and such a person. I haven't seen them for ages. How is Taurus's emotions? How are Taurus's emotions right now? So, look, you've got the lady. So, you are showing up very upright, okay? I would class this as the Empress, or whatever sign, whatever sign I was reading for, you would be that. Okay, so if you were Aquarius, you'd show up as the star, upright. If you were Leo, you'd show up as the lion, upright. Like, you're showing up really like your emotions are very, very positive right now. And it may be that you've been doing, you know, what I've been talking about and spending time with people you love and care about. You might just feel like things are pretty harmonious. Like, I know I've been contemplating that because in years gone by, I've felt like things are really tumultuous with colleagues or a nightmare boss, or I've, you know, fallen out with my parents really, really badly, and been going through a nightmare with, you know, a partner, or but I've got like a very harmonious life right now. So you might be just feeling like things are pretty good, to be honest, with your emotions, Taurus, for whatever reason. um Maybe you have been having a break, maybe you've gone on holiday, maybe you're watching this from the beach. I know some people are desperate after winter, they're desperate for a beach holiday. And that was making me feel down as well, seeing people go on that holiday. Um, it's not that I don't want other people to be happy, but you know, it's natural to be envious, isn't it? And think, oh, why didn't I book that, or why didn't I do that? Well, that's your sign, isn't it, that you're ready. You're ready to get something booked. So, right. So we've got a card combination now for this is intuition, and wisdom. So your third eye chakra. Oh no, look, we've got a combination of 3 cards here. We've got the Tower, authority, boundaries, and solitude. The bouquet, reward, pleasure, and flattery. Loyalty, support, and friendship, the wolf. And that's all upright. You're on point with your intuition right now. You've come into alignment with spirit, and you're very high vibrational. Your emotions and your spirituality at the moment, Taurus, they're on point. Whatever you've been doing is very, I feel like I want to burst into tears. It's really strange, but whatever you've been doing is working for you right now, whether that's taking a rest or booking in fun stuff to give yourself things to look forward to. You're surrounded by people that love and care about you and enjoy your company, and they see you, they know the things that you're good at, they know your amazing qualities. You're very well understood, you're very well liked. You may be getting a lot of compliments on what you look like at the moment, or you may be feeling that sense of reward. You might have decided to spoil yourself with a few new things. Or other people, you might feel like, I know I've been feeling like, you know, like when strange, quirky stuff happens. Like, I bought myself some nice things because I've been working really hard and I've had a lot of stress and I've been poorly, and I deserve it. So then I ordered like lavender coloured bedding, and 2 sets of it arrived. And I only paid for one. And Amazon have done this a couple of times where like I've ordered it's like different orders that I've put through, and then they've all been delivered at once, and then it'll come again like separately by itself, and I'm like, that happened once when I bought Olaplex, a really, really expensive like shampoo and conditioner that, like, you know, it's bond building and it's really like opulent to buy stuff like that. It's £100 something. I actually got like, it came twice. So like I felt bad because it was like a hairdresser that was probably selling it, like, you know, buying it wholesale and selling it, and then ended up like not sending it back because I just thought, well, it's a happy accident. So you might be like spending money on yourself, and then you end up with like things like that happening that make you realize like, no, there are nice things that happen in life, you know, and it just doesn't really like, I don't know, they're just miraculous things, aren't they? I think you're looking really good. I think you're feeling good. I think you're in tune with the universe. Possibly you're following your goals and you're working hard at the moment and you're just being rewarded. It's like good karma. Do you know what I mean? So that's really positive. Your emotions are really positive. Think on your mind, you're just wanting to connect with the people that you love and care about. And it's like, when do we do that and how do we do it? And I need to get some stuff booked in, you know. I think we're very good because we're Taurus the bull. We're very good at alone time, but we're too good at it, you know. You get energy from being around people that give you energy, not just places or things. People give you energy, you know. Gotta be the right people. Let's have a look at your physical health, your body. If that candle's too loud, just let me know and I'll blow it out. The lily, kindness, morality, and virtue. So this is it's like the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups cards. This is like rest, relaxation, recharging. If you notice again, it's upright. So I think you are taking good care of yourself at the moment, and maybe that's much needed. Um, I don't think it's like over the top to take care of yourself. I think you've been working really hard. So if you just, there might be a little bit of procrastination when it comes to planning things because I know Taurians don't like to be rushed. My pet hate is someone rushing me. Do not rush me when I'm getting ready. Do not rush. Oh, I can't stand it. You know when you like ask someone for a lift to work or something because your car's in the garage and then they're like revving the engine, like, come on, we need to go. And I'm like, I told you we're going to set off at 1:30 and you revving the engine at 10 past. Like, you're rushing me and I've got things that I need to do that are important because then you end up forgetting something. Do you know what I mean? I can't stand being rushed. So one of the reasons I don't plan stuff in is I hate being on a timetable. It's necessary. It's necessary to be on a timetable and it keeps you very much in sync. But my free time is not to be timetabled. I can't think of anything worse, and I know some people love a cruise. I can't think of anything worse than being on a schedule. If I go on holiday and I decide to book an excursion, then I decide to book it and I'll do it very last minute. But I'm not having everything timetabled and scheduled. I'm just not doing it because I'm on everyone else's timetable the rest of the time. You know what I mean? So I think I get to the weekend and I'm like, I've got nothing planned. And then you go, I've spent the weekend not seeing anyone or doing anything. So just make sure that you get some stuff booked in and it doesn't all have to be done this week. It's not about making yourself exhausted, but we need things to look forward to, don't we, across the year. Um, you might have to consciously plan in some things, some nice, I mean, like, stuff that you don't ordinarily do. Like, at the beginning of this week, I booked a massage and that was very much spontaneous. But I thought I want something. The first thing I booked was the pottery, and that was for the end of this week off that I'm having. And then I booked something that was like, I just said, is there anything available? And she was like, yeah, because everyone else has been on half term last week. So I ended up going for a massage the next day, and I was quite exhilarated by like the fact that it wasn't pre-planned, it was just spontaneous, and it was amazing. Um, I'm gonna start doing sound baths and stuff like that again. I really need to be at one um, with the planet. So, Taurus, you're looking really, really good at the moment. Your mind, your body, your spirit, and intuition. Just make sure that you get some fun things planned in with the people that you love and care about. Let's move on to Gemini. Oops, I just nearly knocked my drink over there. Beautiful card. Absolutely stunning for Gemini, the twins. Okay, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini's mind doing on this final day of February 2025. Right, what is going on here? Let's read from the back. I always read from the back. We've got the tree reversed. So this is wisdom, spirituality, and growth. You might feel like you're not learning your lessons, like you keep effing up over something. Let's have a look. The crossroad reversed. Choice is opportunity and decision. So Gemini, you could be concerned about change. You know, when you've got decisions to make or you feel a bit lost and you don't know what direction to go in, it leaves you feeling like, oh, I just don't want to deal with that. I'll distract myself. You know what I mean? Liberation, destiny, and resolution. So that's upright, freedom, destiny, resolution. You're gonna be able to get around these emotions and you will get focused, you'll get clear. This reminds me like the Ace of Swords, the key. It's like, oh, I've got the answer. What is the key to this situation? What's the solution? The man, masculine male figure, querent, and then you've got the heart reversed. So that's like when your heart chakra is blocked off, love, charity, and forgiveness. You could be pissed off with someone. It could be you that's showing up as the man, or it could be someone in your life that you're very, very angry with. And there's a need to kind of like forgive either them or yourself, because sometimes a badly behaved person is just a badly behaved person, and it doesn't matter whether they're related to us or how many years we've known them. You know, my mum's always said to me, a badly behaved person is a badly behaved person, and if anybody wrongs you that should know better, then you don't have to forgive them. You don't have to ever see them again, do you? You don't have to. And that could be people who are in a position of trust as well, like the authorities, you know, the police, political leaders, teachers. Anybody has the potential to wrong us, a doctor, a surgeon, because they're in a position of trust. You know, I had this conversation with my students in school, and we were talking about respect and how respect starts off mutual. But if someone wrongs us just because they're our parents or just because they're a police officer or this or that, doesn't mean that they're just right no matter what. A lot of people have the potential to hurt us really, really badly, and we don't ever have to see them again if we don't want to. So I don't know what's going on in your life at the moment. You'll know what this means, but there's a sense of working out and coming to a consensus, either with others or just within yourself, about how to deal with this going forward. Do I forgive and do I accept this person for who they are, or do I close the door on them and like, that's, you know, see you later, never have to see them again? Because some people will never change, you know. It's not true that no one can change, but some people are just unpleasant, you know, and will do the wrong thing. It's how they're made up. So I'm not sure what this is about, because your life is individual to you, but you could be male or you could have a male, you know, this could be like a father, a brother, a grandfather, a boss, a cousin, a friend, like a best friend or some ex-best friend. I don't know, you know, someone in your life that you just, you know, they're really like letting you down over and over, or they're disappointing you. They don't even have to be alive anymore. Sometimes we struggle to forgive people, after they've gone. If it helps, people have an ego death when they pass away. And the things that they were really a stickler for, or that they had incredible hang-ups over, it no longer means anything to them once they've passed on. Their ego dies, and so they become a much more higher being. Whatever was a drawback for them, they don't see the world like that anymore. So I hope that helps. I always give the example of, like, if you watch Tyler Henry, Hollywood psychic medium, some people are concerned about sexuality and whether a person, would have been happy with the fact that they were gay or something like this. It's just an example, because traditionally in generations gone by, older people have had a problem with it. But Tyler Henry always says people have ego deaths when they pass on, and they don't view life in the same way at all. It's like they're a different person, and all they want is peace and serenity, and you know what I mean. So I hope that means something to someone. I think you've got on your mind this a lot, because that heart chakra is very closed there. Let's have a look at your emotions. Okay, so we've got the moon. See, this makes me think of Pisces, emotions, intuition, and fantasy, and that came out in the challenge position, didn't it? Now, with the moon, in the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that he must walk forwards, even though he's afraid and he doesn't know what's ahead. So with this being the challenge, I think your emotions are a little bit, you're a bit like nervous about something, to be a little vague, but if I'm going to say something general, I think you've got something that you're a bit nervous about or a bit anxious about. Maybe something that's coming up in the future, like a conversation or going to someone's house. I know it's bad, but it's like sometimes you can't stand, like, going to a nursing home to visit elderly relatives, or it's not like you look forward to it. You know you're supposed to do it, and you know it means a lot to them, but sometimes it is an ordeal, so it could be like you've got to visit someone, or something like this, because this isn't a love reading. This is general, like you as an individual may have people that you're responsible for, like elderly parents, and they can stress you out. Like, with the best will in the world, you'd have to be an utter saint to not get exacerbated with them sometimes. But I've watched my parents go through it with their parents, and one day my parents will be like that, and it's just, we don't always look forward to it, do we? We just do it because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you have, an okay time, and on other times you think, God, that was as awful as I thought it was going to be. Let's have a look at your spirit and intuition. I think your emotions are not too bad, but they're obviously a little bit bothered by what's playing on your mind. So for your spirituality, we've got the clouds, doubt, confusion, and secrets. See, that makes sense, doesn't it? So that's an interesting one. That reminds me of Noah's Ark. That's really nice. This reminds me of the Ace of Swords reversed. So also, like, the Seven of Swords. Like, is someone keeping secrets from me? If we were going to look outside of love, this kind of secrets that people keep in families, sometimes it just makes you laugh, because you're like, why on earth have you just erased like half the family? Or like, why did you tell me like such and such wasn't a part of our family and they are? Or like, like, do you know how you're just like, what on earth? Or like bombshells come out. Do you know what I love watching at the moment? Who Do You Think You Are? Is it on BBC? It's on BBC iPlayer. And they like track your family tree and like your relatives, but like they'll go 9 generations back. So you can end up in like medieval Spain or something. I think it's so cool. But like there's some sort of doubt, confusion, or secrets. I think you're struggling with your intuition, or your intuition is on point and it's telling you that someone's lying to you, someone's not telling you the whole truth. I think in your gut, you know, like your third eye chakra is like when you get that funny feeling in your tummy and you're like, I just don't trust this situation at all. Like, you know, something's off. Maybe you've got a Billy bullshitter around you and you're just like, okay, no, not swallowing whatever you're feeding me. It's a load of crap. Let's have a look at your physical health, your body, your appearance. Okay, the ship. Travel, adventure, and journey. So your physical body, your physical health, and your appearance is travel, adventure, and journey. So you may be, this makes me think of uncharted territory. You know, when you travel, you're looking to, the reasons that people travel is they're looking to change, they're looking for change. You know, they want to disconnect, they want to have a feast for the eyes with some different scenery, different food. So you may be changing up your routines. You may be visiting different places that you've not been before. You might be focusing on your body in a different way, trying different kinds of exercise. I think sometimes you just realise, don't you, like, I'm bored with like my routine, or I'm bored with whatever set I've got in the gym, or, you know, I just do the same thing over and over. I think you're looking to change shit up. And it could be to do with physical exercise, or it could be a bit of everything. It could be like what you're eating and drinking. You could be looking to nourish yourself with like, I love like foods from all over the world. So you might be looking at just nourishing your body with different sets of foods. You could be looking to change up your clothing, your hair, your, you know, your fragrance. I'm not bored. I'm doing the crossword. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's so silly. It's quite boring. Just getting some water. So, anyway, with the ship being upright, I think your physical health is pretty good right now. I think your intuition's on point. You know that someone's being deceptive. You know that someone's no good for you. They're never going to change. Something along the lines of this. If it was reversed, oh, hi, Helen. If it was reversed, I would say that your intuition's off, but with it being upright, it's on point, and it's with regards to something, some kind of secret, something that's unknown. The area that's most to work on is your mind. So if you're overthinking, or you're getting yourself angry, or you're feeling bitter or uptight, you've just got to make the decision, haven't you? Often when you're plagued by something, it's because you haven't quite decided what you're going to do about it. I would make a decision. Trust your gut. Trust your gut, okay? You can't go wrong. Right, let's move on to... Do you know what? I need to keep an eye on my battery. It's 60%, that's fine. My phone ran out of battery in the middle of a reading, and I could not believe my eyes. When I charge my phone back up, what normally happens is it says, oh, do you wish to like end your live stream? And I say yeah, and it saved it all. And it was like the user removed the video, and I thought, I haven't. So that freaked me out. Now, I'm not a big fan of this Cancer card because for some reason it's really, really dark and it's got red eyes and ears. So there must be a reason why the artist did that. But like, if you look at the others, they're way more like pastel-y. So we don't really know why they've gone gone like that over Cancer, but looks a bit evil to me. Okay, so I'm going to do the Native American Indian medicine wheel. Oh, thanks, Helen. So the top card is going to represent Cancer's mind, what's going on with your mind at the moment. The bottom card's going to represent your emotions. On the right-hand side, it might be your left, I don't know. It's going to be spirituality, intuition and wisdom, your third eye chakra. And then on this side, it's going to be your physical health, your body, your appearance. So it works like a seesaw. There'll be the 4 cards from top to bottom, whichever is the most positive picture. It'll highlight the other one as an area to work on, and then the same left to right and right to left. Whichever's the most positive card, the other will be an area to work on. It's like a seesaw, okay? So let's start off with mind. How is Cancer's mind at the moment? I wanted to do readings that don't involve, other people. It's just about ourselves, yeah? Because everything can make you quite miserable if you overly focus on. It gives too much power to what someone else does. And I don't think that's totally healthy. I will do the weekly love readings tomorrow. So on your mind, we've got the club reversed. So if the club was upright, it would be like the 5 of Wands, which is physical fights, arguments, conflict. It can be with others or our own emotions. We're conflicted, we have mixed emotions over something. With the club being reversed, I think on your mind, you're just wanting to keep the peace at the moment, Cancer. Just think you want an easier life. You don't want drama. Let's have a look at your emotions then. Right, so we've got the grave and the herald. So the grave is upright and that's got death, sadness and mourning. So that makes me think of the 5 of Cups, which is grief, sadness, loss, regret, and that's upright. Now what we've got reversed is the herald, which is change, transition and movement. So something's come to an end and we're not, this is very clear to me, this combination, we're not coping with it. Okay, so it's like being in denial that something's coming to an end. I don't know if it's a relationship. I don't know if it's a job. I don't know if it's a friendship. I don't know if it's a lifestyle, If you think about transitions happen throughout life, don't they? They don't just happen when we fall in and out of love. You can, give birth to a child or become a parent and suddenly, your life's never going to be the same again. And it's wonderful in some ways, and in other ways, You know, you might miss being able to just do something without planning ahead. And that gets a lot easier as the child grows up. But when they're very young, oh my God, it's like a military operation, isn't it? You've got to plan so much that you might just avoid going out and making the journey. Um, so think about all kinds of transitions. There's some kind of transitional period that you're going through and you're struggling with it at the moment, Cancer, because it's definitely like something's come to an end, whether it's your freedom, your independence, a lifestyle, you know, being able to have more time or being able to have more money. Sometimes, like, I'm happy that I'm earning more money now, but I really don't have any time for myself, and that can make you really miserable. So, whatever the transition is, if you're taking on a job with more responsibility, or, you know, say if you left a country, if you left your home country and you moved abroad, that would be a major transition. And you know, you do grieve, you literally grieve for the people that are still alive because you're not able to just see them whenever you want. You're sacrificing time without them, you know. It can feel a little twisted that you chose to leave them behind, but yeah, it's like struggling. You think you're really struggling with your emotions at the moment. That's really, really, you know, that's a difficult combination, that one. What was at the top? Avoiding drama. Maybe someone's caused major change to you and you don't want to argue about it, but it's sad to you. I don't know, something like that. Let's have a look at your spirit and intuition. Obstacles, delays, and challenges with the mountain. So you might perceive something that's coming up in the future, something that you've got to do. An example would be a job interview. You know it's going to be uncomfortable, you know it's going to be difficult, but what if you are successful? So it's like preparations for something. It could be something like that where it's like a 1 day thing, or it could be something that's a larger goal that's going to take a lot longer, like acquiring a house or something like this. Getting residency in a country. You think about bigger long-term goals. Your intuition might be telling you that it's not going to be so easy. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's not easy for anyone to do stuff like that, but you just start along the process of doing it. Yeah, moving away. Oh my God. You can literally get you can get to the point where you're suicidal, or you can just start crying because you feel down. Because I used to think ahead all the time, and I'd be like, how many hours will I get with my loved ones? They'd look older every time I saw them as well. Every time I did a video call, they'd look, their like faces would be different, or they'd look older, and it made me so sad, honest to God. Like, felt like time was fast forwarded. I hated it, actually. I hated that bit of living abroad, but I loved the fact that I've done it. But it's very, very hard. People don't understand how hard it is, or they do, and that's why they don't do it. But I'm glad not to live my life, thinking I wish I'd done X, Y, or Z. Like, I've done X, Y, and Z, so I'm very, very happy about that. So your physical body, we've got the rodent reverse. So what's the rodent? Oh, it's very steampunk, this, isn't it? Worry, weakness, and insecurity. Now that's reverse, so that's good. So you might, because this is representing your physical appearance in your body, you're either feeling better about what you look like you think you literally look better, or you may have had health concerns and you've recovered from them. I mean, we just come out of flu season. Um, it's either that you're just not worried as much as what you were, or you physically got healthier. Does that make sense? Like, it's either literal or it's just you're putting less importance on it. So you'll know which is right for you. But that's a positive reversal, that one. That works very well, actually. If you see that we've got this major change that we're not comfortable with and it's making us sad, we know that there's lots of obstacles ahead. We're trying to avoid drama and conflict, and we're choosing not to worry about. I think you're very much the master of your own mind at the moment, and you've thought about stuff carefully, and your mind's quite calm. I think emotionally you're struggling. It's an area to take care of yourself. Don't beat yourself up over anything, or no one deserves to be putting themselves down. Or just don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes it's not. A lot of stuff in life we think we're in control of it, but we're not really. It's like if, I've fallen out with a cancer recently, like, we just don't gel. I don't feel good around him. He doesn't say things to compliment me. He actually puts me down, and he doesn't realise the effect it has, and that makes me feel more annoyed. But maybe around someone else, they would get his personality. So I don't think, it's not that I want that person to be miserable or I want that person to have an unhappy life, but I don't think that we gel. And that's just, I don't think you should hold yourself to account, but don't what's the word that I'm looking for? Don't flog yourself, you know? It is what it is, isn't it? I think that's a good way to boil anything down to. It is what it is. If it's going to take longer to achieve this major goal, it is what it is. Everyone's doing that, We're in such a rush. Yeah, we're in such a rush to get everything done. But once you've got your house and everything and you've done your tinkering on it and you've got it all perfect, what is there left to do? I think we need to stop being thirsty, don't we, for whatever's to come in the next decade, whatever's to come the decade after that. We've got to stop willing life to just rush by, because actually there's good points to being younger, even though you work a lot of hours. You got a lot of income, you got a lot of disposable income to spend on yourself. Once you're retired, you've got to work with a much, much smaller budget, and you worry about putting the heating on, and you've got to buy bargain versions of everything. I'm not saying every retired person has that lifestyle, and obviously we're able to earn income to a much later age now, thanks to content creation and other, if you're a business owner or this or that. But you may have a particularly good pension or inherit, but it is different. I think you get used to a certain lifestyle in the working part of your life, but you're so tired. So it's really easy to complain, but you've got to adjust. I strongly feel that there's a lot of transitions coming out in these readings at the moment, struggling with transition. I was going to say, when I went for my massage, there was a girl with a 30th birthday badge on, and she was like, oh, I'm just wondering what my 30s are going to bring me. And I wanted to say to her, as someone that's turning 40 this year, my 30s brought the best years of my life. And hopefully I can say that. Wow. What? Wow, I don't know what happened there. I think it might be the candle, the candle or the sage or something. I'm fine. I just couldn't. Wow. That's so weird. My throat's so irritated. Hang on. I can only think that it's the candle or the sage. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel better now the windows are open. Yeah, the 30 is best years of my life, and I'm looking forward to the the next decade. Oh, I'm gonna struggle now. There's no guarantees. You can't look forward and know. I think one thing everyone wants is to know what the future looks like, but it's going to be 10 times better than anything you imagined. If you can stop coughing. Oh, right. Let's clear these cards away. Right, we'll go on to Virgo. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo's mind doing, please, in this final day of February 2025? Ooh, some drama here. Look at this. Cunning, caution, self-care. They're telling you to worry about there's a lack of happiness with regards to a commitment. So a commitment being a marriage, a proposal, a seriously long-term exclusive relationship. Success, happiness, warmth. I do feel like this is warning Virgo about someone who's sly. Like, we've got the fox here. You know, he's very, like, the way he's dressed. He's ultra charming. And she looks quite naive, doesn't she? Yeah. Think I need a smoking jacket. Choking on enough. Look at his tail looks like fire. It reminds me of, like, the devil, and the way he's looking at her, like, it's a charmer, isn't it? Power, leadership, and strength, the bear. It's like, oh God, my voice. It's like someone that needs to be strong, to stand up to, and keep at arm's length this charmer, because they've caused a lot of pain, and it could be a lack of commitment from this person. Could be a lot of promises that have been broken, you know, or they're a cheater or a serial bachelor. Now, you know, I'm not saying it's like men that only behave like that, women do as well. It's just the way it's portrayed in a card because of tradition. Someone's a heartbreaker. And this is strongly on your mind, Virgo. It's making you very unhappy. Let's have a look at your emotions. Yeah, look, the lily reversed. So that's like the not the Five of Cups, the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups reversed. This is about having empathy. This is about forgiveness. An open heart chakra. It's reversed. Let's get one for your intuition. Let's see how in touch you are with your intuition right now. Yeah, look, we've got the Moon card. Emotions, intuition, and fantasy. This is about having fear of what's ahead. So you know that this person's like a charmer, that they're a charlatan. They could be narcissistic. They could just have avoidant attachment. I mean, say just, but that's not helpful. It means they're a runner. Let's get one for your physical body and your health. The key. Liberation, destiny, and resolution. So you could be in much better health than previously. You could have had health complaints that have recovered. Or you could find, excuse me, you could find a way to give yourself more longevity. No, this is like a weird thing to think of, but you know when you find like a new treatment or something, or a donor becomes available, because the way it's got resolution, destiny, and liberation, it's like, or when you get misdiagnosed with one thing and then you get the correct diagnosis and the treatments actually work and everything gets like resolved and sorted out. It's just, I don't know why. It's like, or you could view liberation and destiny as like when you change your perspective. Sorry, you can't see it. When you change your perspective, and you no longer see things, you know, in such a way. Trying to think of an example, like you start calorie counting and you become obsessed with like the numbers, all the numbers have to like be right. It all becomes like an obsession, and it's like, it's very liberating to stop worrying. It's very liberating to delete the app. You know, Fitness Pal was like an obsession for me. And you become a really like, I don't know, you can place like too much importance on things that really don't matter so much. And you can have eating disorders, and you can have, you know, negative perceptions on bodies and be really like overly critical about them or over exercise. And it's very liberating to sort of shift the perspective and reframe the thinking. I always like to think, when I'm being down on myself, if I look at people on holiday on a beach and they've got the wobbly bits out, they've got the wrinkles, they've got the saggy bottoms, like the big beer bellies, the moobs, no one cares, because you just deserve to be carefree. You shouldn't care so much, you know, we should take care of what we look like to a degree, but how liberating to just accept accept your body and accept that you deserve this place on earth that you've been given. You shouldn't apologize for your existence. I said this to one of my first boyfriends. His little sister was really stressing about getting undressed on the beach. She was about 15. And I said, never apologize for your existence. Don't do that. Don't do that. You deserve to be on this beach, same as anyone else. No one's going to say anything. And it's just so like freeing, isn't it, to just drop your clothes and be like, I imagine that's what skinny dipping feels like, or if you've ever had to like go to the loo in the woods or a field somewhere and you've got no option. It's quite liberating, really. You know, a shift in perspective, it could be, as opposed to like a literal solution or something physically tangibly being different. It could be a shift in perspective, and it's very liberating. Yeah, just let yourself be and don't hate yourself. Why do we hate ourselves so such a negative way to be. So looking at that, you've got a lot on your mind, Virgo. Um, really, really struggling with your emotions because of it. But I think your intuition's on point, and I think, physical health's really, really good right now. If you look at what effect that's having on your emotions, maybe it's an option to just cut this person off, cut them off at the pass, head them off at the pass, and don't allow them to mess with your stability, you know, your mental health. If you don't trust someone, it's usually because they've given you good reason not to. Do you know what I mean? If someone will be it's very easy when someone's honest and they do the right thing and they become reliable, and they just each time keep being there and showing up, and they're there early when you're supposed to meet. And, someone's really a good person, you won't feel like this and you won't worry about this. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I love the beach. My dream is to have a house by the beach, and I want a studio, and I want to do art in it, craft in it. And I would love to do pottery. I want to do ceramics and glazes. Just, oh, that's just heaven on earth to me. That's the dream. That's literally the dream. Oh, fire on a beach with like music and like, I love it. I don't know why I like the beach so much. I just do. The sun going down. Oh. Right, let's move on from Virgo to Leo. How stunning is this card? Come on. Come on for the Leos. I have not coughed for like a good 30 seconds. Right, Spirit, can you give me a card for Leo's mind? How is Leo's mind doing right now? Good luck, joy, and prosperity. I'm blown away. And you're feeling very, very lucky at the moment, Leo. Are things going well for you? Do you ever have a day where you go through every traffic light's green? It's weird, isn't it, when that happens? Because it rarely happens. Like, and you just think, oh my God, this is brilliant. Every single set that I get to, it's just going to green just for me. I don't know what else to say about that. You're feeling lucky at the moment, Leo. Let's get one for your emotions. Perhaps you believe that what you turn your hand to will be successful, whether it's business, whether it's working out, whether, maybe starting to really believe in yourself, that you make your own luck, or you might feel like something really lucky's happened, like something specific. I mean, this is energy for today. So whatever's going on today, Leo's having a good one. He does. He looks very important, like he's heading the parade. Right, emotions, tradition, stability, and safety. So you're wanting to feel secure at the moment, and I think you might have got to a point where you feel that you've created stability, or you're well on your way to creating stability. I mean, the house is the 1111 card. It's the number 4. It's stability. It's the 4 walls to a house, the 4 legs to a chair, and it's upright. So it could be that you're really emotionally feeling very, very secure, very safe, very stable right now. You're very level headed. you know, and you're feeling lucky, so I'm a little bit jealous of this vibe. Maybe you're just really appreciative of what you've got, you know. Let's get one for your intuition and your spirituality. Which coastlines do you live near? If you feel comfortable to say. Conviction, suffering and burden. The cross. So your intuition's lacking at the moment, which is strange because for the mind, you've got luck, joy and prosperity. So perhaps you just feel like unless you do it yourself, it's not going to happen. You know, like you believe in yourself, but maybe you should believe that life is going to be beautiful because that's what's already written. It's destined, it's fated, it's in the stars. You're supposed to have these experiences to get you to become a higher being. You know, like we need to apply some wider picture to this. We need to get a sense of what's it all about, you know, philosophical about things, where you've been quite 3D, quite 2D about stuff. We need to get 5D. The things that have happened to you, Leo, will have happened to create the person that you are. And all people, when they're evolved, are better versions of themselves. Of course they are. You know, it isn't just about when you work hard and you ask for certain things and you're focused and you treat people well, the divine will reward you. If the divine knows what you want, the divine will reward you. And part of this is fortune that's fated. It to not. It was always supposed to happen. It's not that you just keep saving yourself, or you know that you're superior somehow and lucky for you. It's just all of these things that happen in life are supposed to happen exactly how they do to make you be the best version of you. So I think you ought to wonder if you've had a tough time previously, like why that happened and what it made you change, how it made you change. Like, have you begun to treat people better? Have you become someone that appreciates the value of money? Have you become someone that, I don't know, like whatever change you've gone through, in whatever ways you feel you're a better person, like maybe it was supposed to happen like that. Maybe you value human connection more now, you know? I don't know. Depends on you and the way you've been living your life. But I think you're struggling with your intuition and your connection to spirit. If you want to get closer to spirit, you can read books like this. They don't have to be large books. This is easy reading, and it tells you about all the different chakras, the different angels that you can ask for. When you read about something, you understand it better, and then you can connect to it. If you're disconnected from your spirituality, you know, you can do lots of things to reconnect or get connected if you've never been spiritual. I mean, you must be to a degree if you're watching a tarot reading, but I do think Leos can be more, because they're a fire sign, they could be more in their ego and less in the 5D, less ethereal at times. Right, so for your body and your physical health, we've got loyalty, support, and friendship. With change, transition, and movement reversed. So you could be partying. It could be partying a little bit too much. Or you may be someone who's isolated. It's back again. I'm muted for a bit because I just don't want to cough over the mic. You could be someone that's isolated yourself. A little bit too much, and you're struggling to change your ways, or you wish to change your ways, you wish to connect more. You may feel that your friends are your family, because the friendship aspect here and loyalty and support, it doesn't really mention family, does it? It mentions friendships. So you may feel like you're closer in some ways to your friends than family. Change, transition, movement, reversed. Or maybe you feel like your strength is in your loyalty. And that's something that never changes. But how this relates to health and your physical appearance. Maybe you're very close to people in gyms, maybe you're very close to people who are connected to the ways that you exercise or get outdoors. You may be very good friends, with people that you frequent. Places that you frequent, like if you're part of a rambling group or you're part of a rock climbing group, or I don't know, I'm thinking of different things. Gyms, classes. You could have built up some really solid friendships, or you just. I think it's people that see you day to day, and it's related to how you exercise, or like how you tend to make friends with like the barber or the hairdresser. I'm just thinking about other aspects of appearance. So it's either the way you exercise or routines, regimens that you have for your hair, your hair care, like your nails, whatever. You can make really good friendships, to be honest, through that. When you go out walking, and if you're a dog walker, you tend to meet people, don't you? Because they stop to sort of chat to you about the dog and whatever. It's looking good, I would just say. Oh, do you? Oh, do you know what? It's funny that you say that. I bought honey today, so I'll get honey tea. Work on your spirituality, because the divine, your angels can only intervene when you ask them to, and they can be very, very helpful. and life has a lot to offer, and the universe, you're in good company with the universe, so you need to make sure oh, I've just had a couple of olives because they're in oil, and I'm hoping that will help a bit. Yeah, read about spirituality and get in touch with Earth's natural vibrations. Ask your loved ones for help, even people that have passed on. You just never know how they'll help you and show up for you. I can't see now because the sun. There we go. Look how beautiful this card is. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that. I think I'll get this one done and I'll turn off, sort my throat out and get the phone recharged. Dying here, don't I? Right, for Libra then, how is Libra's mind? Right, we've got stability, liberation, destiny, resolution. Okay, so you might feel like you've solved some sort of problem recently, or you might be feeling very optimistic, positive, like you know exactly what to do, what the solution is. You're not, weighing something up constantly. It's just, it is what it is, Let's get one for your emotions. We've got the moon upright, emotions, intuition and fantasy, with the rodent reverse. So that's worry, weakness, insecurity. That's a good reversal. You're feeling very much in control of your emotions, Libra, and you're prepared to walk forwards. You're just feeling calm, you're feeling assured, you're feeling like you know what's going on. You're feeling prepared. And if there's something that needs to be dealt with, you'll deal with it. Let's have a look at your spirituality and intuition. The crossroad reverse, choices, opportunity and decision. You might be struggling with following your gut when it comes to a particular decision that needs to be made. You might feel that you're required to be logical problem solving and not, relying on leaving it up to the stars. Yeah. The lady reversed for your body. So I don't know if you're having a crisis of confidence, Libra, at the moment when it comes to your body, or you worry how people perceive you. We can all do that. I've had a few days of midlife crisis because my jowls are hanging a little bit too low this month. It's weird. How I view myself fluctuates, and I think you might be in a period where you've got some fluctuation going on with how you perceive yourself, or you could have been poorly. You could have literally had the flu, or a series of like health complaints. I know a Libra at the moment, and she's had a few things going on health-wise, so it just depends what's going on with you at the moment, but you're feeling emotionally and managing yourself really, really well. Hopefully you're coming out of whatever ailments or negative self-image you've had. I do feel like you're feeling intelligent, like you've got what it takes to make shit happen. You know how to deal with stuff when it needs to be dealt with. You could be, facing a crossroads and thinking, I just don't want to deal with this right now, and I can't leave up to fate. I've got to be in control, and my mind has to be sharp. You are an air sign, so you like to intellectualize things, but maybe try to understand that I hate this phrase, rejection is God's protection. I actually can't stand it, but I just think you've got to work with whatever the reality is, and then understand that on a spiritual level, that's happened exactly how it was supposed to. Timing is everything. And we get connections in our lives for many different reasons. We get obstacles for many different reasons, a lot of which don't make any sense at the time. And then retrospectively, we're a different person out the other side of it. So do apply a wider meaning to all of it if you can. And take care of yourself. Make sure, if you're not feeling well, that you reach out to people and ask for support. Don't expect them to just rally round or be, what's the word, a mind reader. If you're struggling, if you've got a lot going on, let people know, whether you're male or female. It looks like health is, your physical health is something to focus on, take care of right now. Right, I'm going to stop there because I'm not losing this reading. The other day, it deleted my reading when my phone battery ran out, so I'll come back on in a bit. I'll try and guzzle oil or something, honey, to sort out my throat, and I'll be back on in a bit. Take care, very med-baited, and I'll see you in the next one.